Hello, my name is Kevin Bernhardt, and I'm both a farm management specialist for the University of Wisconsin Division of Extension and a professor in the School of Agriculture at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. This video is part of a curriculum to support farm managers to make decisions and take actions to move their farms forward and ultimately reduce the farm members' stress. One potential cause of farm stress is worries over profitability and the long-term viability of a farm business, both for current owners and for those that may follow. In this video, I will be introducing three main components of long-term economic viability and how analysis of those three components can help the farm owners determine a future course of action for their farm business. Let's get started. One of the goals of the Navigating Your Ag Business from Stress to Success curriculum is to help farm managers determine a future strategic direction for their farm business that is based on the realities of the business's current potential for long-term economic viability and other factors such as age, transition issues, physical infrastructure of the buildings, and farm and family goals and values. The right side of the visual shows potential strategic directions ranging from investing in growth to exiting the industry. Choosing the most appropriate strategy is one of the goals of this curriculum. Getting there involves determining where the business is economically today to inform where it can go tomorrow. In this curriculum, the process is to use economic viability information to choose a camp. The camps are given a name, and they are builder, long hauler, and the third one, guardian transitioner. The builder has a strong and healthy financial foundation for long-term economic viability. Thus, they can have a focus on growth, which may be growth in size, scope, or in some other non-farm way. The long hauler has some weakness or cracks in their financial viability. There may be enough economic ability to maintain and cash flow for a while, but the potential for long-term viability is weak. Financial stress will never be very far away, and the long hauler's focus might be just riding it out to retirement or some other goal. Or they can redesign the operation to one that has potential for improving the economic viability. Finally, the guardian transitioner is one that has significant financial vulnerabilities. The business is very likely to continue being financially stressed, and as a result, use their past built-up equity to cover today's losses. The focus is to guard owners' equity from any further erosion. The next step is how to measure the economic viability. The left side of the visual shows the analysis components that will be used. They are performance, capacity, and number 3, resilience. To summarize, the goal is to get to the right side of the visual. That is, to make an informed decision on the most appropriate future strategic direction for the business and family. Getting there involves determining which camp or economic reality best fits the business today: builder, long hauler, or guardian transitioner. Finally, determining which of these camps is most appropriate can be assessed by analyzing performance, capacity, and resiliency. Now let's take a deeper dive into these three areas of financial analysis. The first component, performance, is the ability of the business to be profitable and grow its equity. This can be assessed by analyzing trends in financial statements, including the balance sheet, which shows owner's equity position, and the income statement, which shows profitability. Any business will have tough years. The question is whether there is long-term average profitability and equity growth consistent with industry performers. The second component, capacity, is a size question. That is, are there enough cows, acres, or even customers to provide business profitability? For example, a manager may be doing very well at creating profits per cow or per acre, but there are simply not enough cows or acres to cover total business and family needs. Further, while capacity may be okay today, if the goal is incorporating another family member or partner into the business, then capacity may be a challenge. and thus a strategic goal for the future. The third component of long-term viability is resiliency. Resiliency is a risk management question, and the question is whether the farm business has in place a breadth of robust mitigation strategies that allow the business to absorb any punches that markets, policies, labor situations, weather, death, disease, or some risk might throw its way. If a business has good performance, capacity, and resiliency, then they are in a position to be a builder, with a focus on strategic initiatives for growth and scale, scope, or non-farm investments. If a business is weak in one or more of these areas, particularly performance or capacity, then they may be a long hauler, which means their strategic focus, especially in poor years, is riding it out by maintaining the ability to cash flow and survive until better times. However, as the cycles of good versus poor price years continues, the business will likely continue to slip. If there are significant performance, capacity, and resiliency challenges, then the business may be a guardian transitioner, meaning the current business model just is not working, and continuing will likely only erode the owner's hard-earned equity. As mentioned earlier, there are other factors that will influence which camp is most appropriate, including what is the farm business model? Is it a commodity model, value-added, agritourism, or some combination? Is there a potential transition in the future, next generation who wants to join the business? What is the state of the physical infrastructure? What is the age of the current owners? Are they 5 years from retirement or 35 years? And finally, what are other family goals and values? Note, these other factors are not in place of, nor can they ignore the economic realities, but these and more are certainly part of the decision-making process. The next videos cover the three components of performance, capacity, and resiliency, with a final video on how to summarize your findings and choose your viability camp. Until then, enjoy your journey, and thank you for listening.